Yo, we here, man. Legion Knicks Weekly, man. Appreciate each and every one of you guys here. Merry Christmas, Happy New. Oh, New Year's not here yet, but in faith, New Year's will be here for all of us. But Merry Christmas. Hope everybody had a nice Christmas. I had one with the family. Unfortunately, these bum ass Knicks lost. Messing up. Beautiful. Oh, first quarter. Half was alright. Still close game, but then, of course, the Knicks effed it up. Oh, but we here, man. First weekly I've had probably in a few months. Again, busy time, all that stuff, but don't give a F about any of that right now, man. So to everybody in the chat, John Woods, Maria Slaughter, MH, my guy, maybe give some guys a night off. We're playing a weak team. I don't know. Forget about this 9-man rotation. The Bigs have to stay out of foul trouble desperately. Mariah Slaughter, salute. Clyde Cromie, salute. I like that name, Clyde Cromie. It's like an English name. Traded RJ for a consistent play. Golly. When are we starting? We start right now. Change the night. I had to change the night. So how about? Nah, I couldn't. I think Caleb Love from North Carolina is a good defender, inconsistent scorer shooter type. Despite that run last year, is Garland with the hezzy. Golly. Then good defender that working on his IQ shot. You know what guy I've been looking at? If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, Maxfield Lewis from Pepperdine. That's a school that smaller school. A guy like from that school too. Kessler Edwards was drafted by the Nets. Kind of uses like a big player on that team. Don't really think they utilize him really to any of his strengths per se that he showcased at Pepperdine. But Maxfield Lewis is a name to watch out for. I was watching a bunch of Wings tape on Wings this weekend. Maxfield Lewis, Taylor Hendricks from UCF. Who else was I watching? Damn, who else was I watching? Why am I drawing a blank now? My brain be mush. Watch some Brandon Miller. Who was I watching this weekend? Holy crap. I gotta go to my notes. Holy crap. But yeah, Max Lewis is a player I was watching from Pepperdine. Dead-eye sniper. Really good defender. 6'7" with a 6'10" wingspan. Can attack to the basket. Likes throwing up the floater, driving off his left. Really good wingish prospect. Now, I don't know if the NBA is going to get the type of looks that he's getting with Pepperdine, but he's a guy that at the very least should be a catch and shoot weapon. A guy who could play out on the perimeter, be able to defend your anywhere from your 2 to your 4s. In many ways, he reminds me like a mix of he's a mix of like, now you got the Jalen Williams hype from last year, but he's more of a mix of like between him and Troy Murphy. I don't think he's as how can I put it? Because Jalen wasn't the most explosive as Santa Clara. I'm trying to think of the proper word. I can't think of the right word. But I think that Jalen Williams was showcased probably a little bit more last year with Santa Clara than Maxie Lewis is with Pepperdine. He just reminds me a lot of Trey Murphy. Trey Murphy. I think he moves a little bit better, attacks the basket a little bit better than Trey Murphy. So look out for him. Taylor Hendricks, another guy for UCF. He's a little bit more stiffer. His jump shot is like he can hit the outside shot, but many times watches like when he shoots his foul shots, is like he's concentrating on perfecting the form. The form is not. It's like something is. I don't know how to put it. It's like he lifts it and then kind of flicks it like sideways. I don't know how to put it. It's not. When you look at it, it's not the ugliest, but it's something different about it. But yeah, these are some names to look at in the draft. Some of the wings that the Knicks should be possibly targeting. Because right now, one thing that your man Quincy Grimes reveals that we need some damn wings. I know he's been playing really good, playing really good defense. But you know, just from looking at his team, we talk about trying to guard the Siakams, which did a terrible job of doing last week. Throwing guys like. He'll switch onto guys like McBride and whatnot, but if we try and throw guys like Randall through guys like Sims, it didn't work. You need some of those twitchier 6'9", 6'10", or 6'7" to 6'9" type wings to defend a guy who moves like a guard and Pascal Siakam at his position. They're saying Correa physical may be an issue. No word yet, but they're supposedly optimistic. I don't trust age something with repair in the past. That's why the Giants were scared about him, right? That's why the Giants were scared about him. So physical thing. So it has to shake out. What doesn't come out in the wash comes out in the rinse, or whatever the hell they call it, or rinse comes out, whatever the hell. Was good long time. My nudie 25. I guess they don't like to watch those. Yeah, but we here. I apologize, guys, man. Busy life, everything, but I miss doing these weeklies, man. It's just I like trying to put some research into these weeklies. I try to do 2 to 3 topics for each of these weeklies, and I don't just like come up here and just talking about them and having, very cursory type of surface level things to talk about. You said ishing on my Xmas. Golly, I knew those losses were coming. Knicks was up 10 early on the Sixers. I said 1,000. They losing this game. Yeah, it felt way too good at the beginning. They ran some zone in us, but I don't even think it was necessarily the zone that killed us. It's just how do we attack their defense? Like, how the hell does Randall only have like 1 or 2 post ups? He's 2 for 5 in the fourth quarter. Only had 1 or 2 post ups in that fourth quarter, and then RJ Barrett going 1 for 4 1 for 8 in the fourth quarter. It's terrible, man. You can't win like that. Jalen Brunson came out mid-quarter, kind of threw us out of whack. Now we're asking RJ Barrett to be the go-to guy. And there are times, look, he was able to kind of carry us in that Bulls game. 44 points in that Bulls game, was hot in the fourth quarter. He took really only 1 bad shot. But, in this against the Sixers, for whatever reason, the touch wasn't there. The touch was not there. The 76ers just caught us. Harden got hot. We started doubling Harden, and then they threw the zone at us. And then, we started playing drop back against Niang. And Niang came out on Twitter, or what? Oh, sorry, not on Twitter. Excuse me. He came out and told the press, "Oh, I haven't seen drop back since blah blah." And I'm perplexed as to why the Bigs played so, I would say, conservatively. We went right back to playing drop back, playing off of the shooters, like. The bigs, when we made that initial change to be a little bit more aggressive with our bigs on the West Coast trip, it paid off dividends. Now, obviously, I think we went 3-2, but it definitely paid on dividends. Allows us to be a lot more aggressive and allows us to be a lot more aggressive in attacking the ball handlers, trying to save a little bit of time to by either hedging or doubling, trying to get the initial ball handling defender come over. And that's where guys like Grimes, McBride really showed their wares. And then it's like we're playing drop against the 76ers. Made no sense. And I'm gonna show a few of the clips that Niang was I guess from all his shots yesterday. And there are times even when we play drop back and they still hit the shot. I'm sorry, they still missed the shot. But it just makes no sense. Why am I seeing the inconsistencies on defense by this Knicks team? If we're gonna win have a chance to win night out, we can't switch up our defensive philosophy against a team where they got hitters. Not necessarily just George Niang. D'Anthony Melton could kill you. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't even have Tyrese Maxey yesterday, which freaking gets me so pissed. Your man Embiid, of course, got his foul calls. Got to line is what it is. But, yesterday I put that more so on RJ Barrett and that defense, man. Got to put it on my son RJ Barrett. Did not have a good game whatsoever. Several times he should have snaked it around. And he didn't. Let me, lack of snaking around. That's why. Hold on. Let me try to get let me see. RJ Barrett attempts versus. Let me see if I can get that up real quick. I'm gonna show the George Niang thing to exemplify what I'm trying to talk about. RJ Barrett versus the 76ers. Oh, I don't have. Wait, hold up. I thought I didn't download the Shiza. Okay, here it is. I'm saving a different folder. Let me put that down. Let me slow down the speed. All right, let me get to. Hold up, guys. It's gonna show as it shouldn't. I don't know why it does. Hey, you. All right, let me pause this. I don't know why StreamYard does this. Not StreamYard, excuse me. OBS does this. All right, I had to fix it. So, excuse me. Golly. Actually, let me show that. Let me show the George Niang thing first. Why am I blind? Where's my Georges Niang? Alright. Let's see. All right, cool. So let's look at some of this Georges Niang film. Let me try to speed this up. Tell me if there's anything weird. I'm trying to get this out. Again, our bigs playing drop. What the hell is going on my TV? All right, we're here. Let's get this damn film. So again, bigs, Isaiah Harden. Damn, I cannot see. Holy crap, I'm blind. Right now, you got George's. Damn, I cannot see. Is that Isaiah Hardenstein on George's? You got Randall. No, Randall's on your man, the Predator-looking dude, and Hartenstein. I guess there's a switch. Bad communication again. Someone look at this. You got your man Randall. So I don't know if Randall's supposed to be on Niang. This is some of the worst defense I've seen. Okay, the ball handler. I want to say that's Melton, but I could be wrong. I can't even see who that. No, that's Harden, I think. Hold on, let me change this. Oh, that doesn't even work. Doesn't even help me. I got my glasses on too. Holy crap. So off the back, Randall and Hardenstein. I think the shot was missed. So Brunson's on. I think that's Melton. My bad. I said Harden. Or Shake Milton might be. I think that's Shake Milton. And Randall and Hardenstein confused. Hardenstein, if that's your man Montrezl Harrell, why the hell are you on the other side as if you're guarding Niang? Again, terrible communication. Transition defense poor. Niang, I believe, misses a three. But it gets better because he misses a few threes where it's like, yo, bro, you could see the freaking chinks in the armor for our defense throughout this whole game. It's like it was bound to happen. We allow a lot of threes in the first place, but again, what did I say about this stupid well, not stupid, but about this freaking defense? If you have one cog in the wheel that's messed up, if you have one part of the whole system effed up, bro, the whole defense goes to ish. It goes to ish. And a lot of these teams, again, they don't shoot poorly throughout the whole games. These are so-called elite teams. Look at this again. Isaiah Hardenstein, bro. This is supposed to be my guy, right? What are you helping out for? That is RJ's guy. Okay, I see the tag. That's on RJ. You're supposed to get back. What angle? Like, bro, why is it that we never know where the hell our guys are? And I believe Niang missed this one as well, too. Oh, no, he made that. I apologize. Because it's not even the fourth quarter we hit. What is it? 4 threes in the fourth quarter. But first of all, beautiful screen, right? Again, Hartenstein falling asleep on the stagger screen over here. RJ is in no man's land. How the hell does RJ, like RJ Barrett plays like if you had a son or a daughter and they're right by your side in the supermarket and for some odd reason they just disappear and it's like, dogs, how did you were right next to me. How did you just disappear? Where were you going? And this is why I say with Grimes, many times Grimes saves RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett's defense, bro, it leaves a lot to be desired. As much as he's my son, he's been doing some real effed up ish on defense. This is why they like Grimes on some of the premier players. RJ Barrett can't stand in front laterally and some of the guys. Again, backdoor screens give him issues. But these plays, bro, he is god awful. Sorry, I had to reset my screen because the text messed up for some reason. What is this? What is happening? Play the damn video. Again, RJ Barrett, the pusher. Oh no, this is the other one. My bad. Hold on. Again, stagger screen for your man Niang. Look, yo, son. Oh, my bad. That's Randall. I apologize. I'm killing RJ Barrett. Holy crap. My bad, yo. That's Randall. Apologies. Randall lost as ever. Playing this defense that you know where the hell is he? Where the hell is your man Randall? I apologize, RJ, but you do play some trash defense. Again, Randall. This guy got 3 steps ahead on Randall. Randall's not even communicating. Look at this. Stuck. Honestly, I hope I was too late. This stuff is rare, and then you see in the fourth quarter, he's going to rear his ugly head, truly rear his ugly head. I think the next 4 shots he hits, or maybe next 3 shots. Again, drop back. Well, that's over helping. Isaiah Hardenstein doesn't get back. It's not even necessarily drop back. It's the fact that it's just bad communication. It's bad resetting. You got to rotate back to a guy. If the whole point was the hedge, you got to get back to a guy. Damn, TJ Warren's finally playing a game. You got to get back to a guy, Isaiah Hardenstein. Holy crap. Now, what's the name tries to help? Nah, doggies. I know you missed that one. But again, all these looks, these are perfect looks. These are perfect looks. Yang wide open. Hold up. Now listen, mad chat. Mitch open now. Grimes falling asleep. Goes between Grimes. Well, Grimes try to help out Mitch. Doesn't know where the hell his man is. Let me get to the damn makes, man, so I can prove my damn point. Yeah, Randall drive back on Harden. Now Grimes has a reset. Now put it like this. Right here, if Randall plays up on your man Harden and doesn't play too much in no man's land, at least stops that. Your man has to roll to the basket. Mitch steps up at the very least. Right? You can also, what the hell's happening? Harden and no, Claxton and what's her name? Fighting? Anyway, you give your guy Grimes at least some time to reset. Your man, what's her name, could get back onto the roller. Right? You can always play the angle where if you at least step up and Grimes is coming over the screen, Harden has to make an absurdly good pass to Yang, which again, he's probably not going to have the angle to do so. But you playing drop back, you leave it way too open. Now look at that. Cognitive will destroyed. Grimes can't reset in time. Gucci, eat your food. Eat your food. It's not even drop back. It's just back. Yo, it's well that one was drop back. Excuse me. But most of these plays is back communication. Again, a double. Passes it out. Fakes a shot. Now he has to come reset. Your man Randall's a step too late. Your man Randall again a step too late. Randall's playing in no man's land. If you're gonna help out, you can't be in no man's land to help defense, bro. You got to be playing this passing lane because this guy Mitch will then be playing this. Oh yeah, can I see my cursor? No, I can't see my cursor. If these two guys are gonna rotate, rotate here. Then you have your man. If Randall's actually playing this passing lane space, then you have your man Mitch to help reset until the what's the name goes back till the shape this defense reforms. But Randall, again, way too late. It's not even necessarily drop back. Look at this. He's just late. Look at what is Randall doing? Who is down here? Who is down here? My God, you got to get close. You have to get closer to the help or to the area where the help left to play that passing lane. And then these guys, Mitch got that's RJ down low. I believe that's Mitch. Mitch will have to then step up to is that? Damn, I cannot see. Holy crap. Harden, I believe that's Embiid in the corner or the wing. But you too late, bro. Randall's way too late, man. And this is why having that extra wing player to come in. I know Cam. I wish it'd be Cam. I wish. They don't like Cam for whatever reason. Look at this. Randall way too late, of course. Doesn't help. It doesn't help. Said it's too late, baby. Now it's too late. Cause you thought that 8-gauge streak really got you. It's Harden versus Randall. About to get cooked. I don't know why you're moving, Randall. Grimes trying to help out. He's playing it right now. That's actually really that's a tough shot. That's just a tough shot. He was in a groove. He was going to hit. It's a tough shot. So here's what. Sorry about that, guys. I had to. These screens. I got like 2 screens that's messing up. Let me see what you guys saying. You say, yo, Gmo, yo, you thought I was feeling you? Hey, yo, pause. What do you think? You Ice Spice? Chill the F out, bro. Hey, you feel somebody else, my guy. yo. And ain't going no forward. Why Randall needs to go? Oh, my gosh. Mike Johnson. Salute to Mike Johnson. He be on Twitter, bro. He is a Randall hater. But, I mean, yesterday, just watching that game, bro. So you said drop back. It wasn't just drop back. It's just rotations were poor. I had to do with Randall, bro. And then the fact that RJ couldn't hit. Bro. 1 for 8 in the fourth quarter is unacceptable. Let's get to the RJ. Let's see the RJ Barrett. Actually disturbed me. Talking about you thought I was feeling you? I hope not. Let me see if I can show this. I just want to get to the fourth quarter stuff. Oh, I hate having to do this, bro. This stupid OBS. It like doesn't allow me to edit this stuff in the background. Let me transition to this. All right, cool. That's perfect. I want to just get to the fourth quarter. I think it was perfect in the third quarter, if I remember. RJ Barrett 1 for 4 after that ugly play against Harden. He was what was he 0 for 7 the rest of the way. So this is RJ in a post versus Harden with a spin. Let me speed this up. Come on, my guy. Yeah, he made that ugly shot. Whatever. Let's get to the misses that he had in that fourth quarter. So again, RJ ISO. Now they said the zone messed them up. I don't necessarily think it's just the zone. He just took some bad shots, faked it. You had Grimes on the outside, doesn't make the pass. He missed Grimes several times last game. That's what Tom Thibodeau's talked about with him, Cam, all these guys. You get inside the paint, you got 2-3 guys draped all over you. Pass it to the guy on the outside. Another player, Grimes. Just, you know what? Don't even pay attention to RJ. Pay attention to where Grimes is. This is what I get bad with RJ about, bro. It's the same damn. This is the one he made. Yeah, it's the one he made. Hold on. Your man RJ does. Yo, look. Let me gonna get to RJ too. Has he improved or not? Your man RJ got to make the requisite. They already stopped him. You have a man leak on the outside. You always know Grimes is gonna be outside. It's gonna be the Grimes at IQ. If Grimes doesn't have the open shot, you gotta make that pass, bro. There's no need to be a superhero. Now I know Grimes went 1 for 4 from the field in that fourth quarter. Another play, Grimes wide open. Look where Grimes is. RJ Barrett gets the screen. Again, it's not necessarily the zone. It's just bad plays by RJ Barrett. The what's the name helps out. First of all, bad spacing out on the outside here, but you still make that pass to Grimes. I hate when they do that, where guys forget where they're supposed to be. And that's what happens when we run way too much ice at the end of games. When these fourth quarters, the spacing is bad, guys. We're not actually trying to run. I'm not saying you run a bunch of plays. Typically in the fourth quarter, you run ISO, right? But it's just the spacing is bad. It's just this reliance on just going ISO at all times. There's no rhyme or there's no screen, nothing to get guys in and the game was still within hand. With 5 minutes left, 6 minutes. I know they got up to around like 10, but the game was still, or 8. The game was still in hand. Anyway, let's get to, again, RJ Barrett missed 3. The fourth quarter, trying to play hero ball. Look at the score, 105 to 100. You don't need the 3. Draw some fouls. Get to the line. Slow the momentum down. The Sixers were getting hot. Kick out the RJ Barrett. Drive some. Look where Grimes is. Look where Grimes is. Now, this one, you should be making that floater. But at this point, bro, I'm probably going to try to get it to Grimes. If you want to shoot some 3-point shots, get some other effing Grimes, man. RJ by himself again, drives. Look at this. This is what I get mad about with RJ Barrett, bro. You've been doing well these past 2 games. Can you let the game come to you? But you trying to be this superhero, bro, it just doesn't work. You are not that. You're not. Oh, let me not say not Batman. I don't say you're Robin either, but you're like Nightwing. And I like Nightwing. I like Nightwing a lot. But you're not Batman. You're not the new Robin, I guess, or whatever. I don't know how many iterations of Robin they have. This is why I get mad with RJ Barrett, bro. Let the game come to you. Another play. That's about how many? 4 plays RJ Barrett misses Grimes on these drives? It's mother effing unacceptable. Now, this when your man Brunson was hurt, and then there's RJ Barrett for a mid-range shot. Oh, no, this is the one he passed. Yeah, I actually did pass it, Grimes. So then this last shot, I believe he had in the fourth quarter. The game was already out of hand. He just shoots the mid-range shot. Yeah, Mitch running, but Embiid was playing drop back the whole way. That's the crazy thing about it. He's playing a lot of drop back this whole game against RJ whenever RJ got into the paint. So they're daring RJ, look, kill us. Throw that floater. We don't believe you. We don't trust that you're going to kill us with your little mid-range shots or your floaters or whatever in the restricted area. We don't trust you like that, even though he is doing better in the restricted area. It's up to RJ Barrett to improve, man, in terms of your decision-making. You have to... situational, bro. You have to read the context within the game, bro. How they playing you. That's what I talk about all the time with RJ Barrett. How are they playing me in this game? It's not about just you having momentum. This is why I know people hate Brunson and stuff because they think he's a ball hog or whatnot. Brunson can, 1, make those shots in the mid-range when he's healthy. 2, I've seen Brunson make those passes to the outside when guys are open, when the defense truly collapses on him. And I know sometimes he may force a few shots here and there, but he can make those shots. So it's not as bad as people try to make it out to be. But RJ Barrett, you got a lot of work to do, my guy. So we can get to RJ Barrett real quick. Between this Ussy as league and the mediocre, it's a brutal watch. Yo, hit them like, subscribe to the channel. Hold on. Yeah, guys is bugging, son. Hit them like, subscribe to the channel. I got 37 people watching. That hurts my heart. But you know what's bugging? So hit them like, subscribe to. I haven't been doing my weeklies as much anymore, man. I got 32 people watching. Oh, that hurts my heart. 17 people watching, man. At least half you guys that hit the likes. But hit the like, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna have more weeklies, man. I gotta get back to my Grizzlies, man. When I had hundreds of people. At least 100 eyes, I think. I don't know. Maybe they're bots. I don't know. Watching the show, man. I apologize, guys. Let me see what you guys say. iHeart straight up butt. Damn. Wesley Robinson from LI. Salute my guys. I'm checking from Strong Island, the home of Rock Kim Chuck. Of course, man. Chuck D. Rock Marcy. Of course. Jim Brown. Tobias Harris. Oh, man. He added Tobias Harris in there on the low. Damn, son. He's nasty. 100 small stars was going to follow up that 40 paint game with straight ass Loggett. Kai Sosa. Salute my guy. She like, damn. The realest since Kumbaya. All right, Cameron. We sell high on Randall if you smart, Knicks. I don't disagree. The sneeze was accused. The sneeze? Salud? Okay. Are they bringing Tobias to be the small forward? I would think it'd be for Randall. Let me get to that. I've been telling y'all Booty Stein is useless, can't defend in space and can't hit threes. How's Booty Stein to stretch big? He is trash. Golly, Randall can't communicate to save his life. You too old, have been in the game too long. iHeart and Randall, such a bad defensive combo. It's not even funny. I don't disagree with that. This is exactly why I'll always be pro trade. Randall, Tibbs, defense, all about communicating. Agreed. Randall spends energy on offense and getting his stats. He's not chasing anyone up the 3-point line. Man, Hartenstein, everybody, he's out there looking mad, doofy. I thought he'd be good for this team in his minutes. I thought the issue would have been foul trouble for Hartenstein. I'd actually want to be a little bit more aggressive defensively. It's not even just that. He's just been as a Nets on a 9-game winning streak. Golly, man, Hartenstein, Raven Ball's out looking like mad doofy. RJ is horrible on defense, bro. There's a reason why Grimes does a lot of protection for your man RJ Barrett. I know RJ Barrett defensively. There's some stat that was posted on Twitter talking about RJ Barrett. Improved defense, but a lot of that has to be the fact that he's not guarding the top guards and wings on each team. 9 out. Keep turning. I'm about to trade RJ. Been off that hype train. RJ ain't it. That 40 didn't fool me. Should have bet ish game to follow is locked money. RJ for Anunoby. iHeart and Randall be confusing everybody else and making them look worse than they are. It ain't their fault. So why don't you talk about RJ too? You never talk about RJ Barrett. Yeah, I talk about me being biased. Mike Johnson never talks about RJ Barrett. Always blames on everybody else. This was good. Almighty Finesse, man. Talking about, yeah, you thought I was feeling you? All right, man. All right. I know I read that before. I'm going through the old comments real quick. White Fox said, Grimes or RJ? What do you mean? Who I'm picking? 3 is more than 2. Don't give that ish up all day. You even see when RJ runs around like something's wrong. I agree. We point this out on the show all the time, bro. I don't know, man. He's nursing something. I don't know what the hell it is. And this guy got paid, and I'm surprised he hasn't come out and maybe try to get surgery, or I don't know what the hell it is, but he is not moving well, and he's doing that since the beginning of the season. I have no idea, but because his Knicks don't hit that ish, every other team is La Liga is on it. It's a amateur hour. If RJ don't play with Zion by himself, his second round pick, he only got picked off of Zion's name. Randall ruins everything defensively. Good night, good evening. And Randall do what you want. Who is in position for rebounds? You play ball. You, every coach, have one player where his job is to get every rebound. The thing about Randall's rebounds, though, they're not. This is why Mitchell Robinson's more. He's underrated in the rebound categories. Randall's not getting these contested rebounds. He's getting rebounds that typically where it's like the defense is no one really down low on the opposing team that just shot the shot. So it's just like the ball just bounces his way. He's crashing the boards typically when he doesn't have when the defense is not around. Mitchell Robinson is the contested rebounder you want to pay attention to. That's what I care about more so. The rebounds are good on the surface, but there's things where their stats that are goosed up or on the surface level, they're not as important unless there's context behind it. Again, if Randall was one of the top contested rebounds, it's like, okay, yeah, that adds more credence. It adds a lot more credence. But I've seen it since he's been here. When he's averaging that second year he was here, he was averaging around like 9 point something a year before that. The first year he was here, but the second year he was here with Tom Thibodeau's first year, he was averaging about, was it 10, 11, 12, whatever it was. They weren't contested rebounds. That's why Nolan's well. Guys like Nolan's well more important. Mitchell Robinson, when he came back from injury, a lot more important to rebounding. If Mitchell Robinson's not playing, the team is not getting second chance opportunities. We're not one of the better second chance teams in the league like we are right now. We're not one of the better offensive rebound teams like we are right now. Randall's not doing that. So we gotta look deeper into why guys are the way they are. And when you look deeper, those rebounds by Randall just not as impressive. As my son Vassell misses a 3. Come on, Vassell. RJ has tunnel vision. He's not a playmaker. I think he's a playmaker, but he has some bad tunnel vision. I think RJ gets into his head too much. And that's the thing about it, too, man. It's like you got to... This is why Chris Paul's a dying breed. I know he's more of a point guard. Obviously, Vassell with the block. My son. Stop playing my son, man. Should have been over Obi. Anyway. This is why guys like Chris Paul is a dying breed, bro. But able to process the game on all levels and able to actually see every play, every movement by the defense around him. RJ Barrett is this tunnel vision where he can't make the simple. Sometimes he can't make the simple pass. I might get to that stat where they talk about, I seen some guy, man. Can I goose up this channel and all the people that have been here before that have contributed to the channel? So to everybody that was here with me for years, that have been here when people were focused on that and that. When we point out, look, RJ Barrett driving, attacking the basket, could play make. He typically could kick the ball out to the outside. Blase. Even though right now he's not doing as much as we would like it. The hell is this? Oh, it's a freaking lip gloss. Anyway, I said lip gloss. Pause. Chapstick remover. Or chapstick, excuse me. Yeah, my lips are looking like a crackhead right now. Pause. But we point out this with RJ Barrett. Oh, he's driving into the lane and playmaking by throwing up the alley-oop and kicking out to the guy on the outside. We pointed this out 2 years ago. We were talking about how Tom Thibodeau was featuring RJ Barrett. Tom Thibodeau's first year, he was featuring RJ Barrett in that pistol set to get RJ Barrett in motion, either get that alley-oop to Mitchell Robinson, hit the floater shot, or kick it to the guy on the outside. Now, granted, obviously, during the win streak, he's looked a lot better. But we point this out, Business and guys now reporting on it now like, oh my gosh, this is why RJ Barrett has looked better and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, son, you got to be effing kidding me, dogs. I gotta be effing kidding me, man. So I'm just saying, man, give the people that have touched this channel, give me my, because we all point this out way before, man. I see everybody in the chat, man. 52 people watching, 31 likes. Hit them like, subscribe to the channel. It's just I don't know, man. Sometimes, look, it's not to say that. Look, I'm happy where this channel is. I'm happy with the work that we've done, man. But it's like, dogs, are y'all serious? Are y'all just catching on to this? Wow. When you look at RJ Barrett's passing and facilitate off the drives, I looked at last time I looked at the numbers compared to last year. I don't think they're that much more different. And I'm gonna show y'all right now before and after the break. And it's not like it's day and night. Like, so again, that's why I always say, man, it's like you have to look deeper into how these guys are actually playing. You know what I mean? Film plus numbers, context. It's the perfect thing to have when you're assessing these plays. It has happened. I've seen it enough. You can ball, you can't. Brunson doesn't have people to pass so I can make the shot, says Mariah Slaughter. Brunson would be the ultimate assist. That's how bad these icks are. RJ still has no touch from the midi, even on his floaters. Everything seems to be too strong. Like if he's aiming, everything doesn't look smooth. Even that last shot that he took from the mid-range looked bad. Matt Stiff is F. You ready to say Tibbs rotation not working yet? Play Cam. I mean, don't even have to have it broken. I wanted to play Cam for a while, but he's out. He's out of rotation for whatever reason. I'm not going to be one of these guys that because he's not playing, I'm a bad mouth. I don't know why Cam is not playing, but I thought Cam would have been a perfect guy to develop for the team. RJ plays selfish. That's his team's culture. They rewarded Ren for playing ball hawk. I don't disagree with that, Kaiser. I don't disagree with that. I think many times this is why Tom Thibodeau, the reader and yak, at times I don't think it works because it allows guys to think in their head, okay, I gotta sit here and try to save the day, and it's like, nah. He missed Grimes on how many freaking passes off the drives. Yes, Grimes covers a lot of RJ's deficiencies. Agreed. Can't even tell why Kim's. I don't know. No one knows, Mansa. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know. Is it a Asian thing? I don't know. Is it the thing that it can't be that they're trying to drive his value down and then try to re-sign him later on? Because one, he's not going to agree to it, and two, if he did, you're going to have a problem with the NBA PA. That's a really dirty game to try, if that's the case. I'm not saying it is. I don't think it is. But it makes no sense. Even if it's a protected pick, why would you trade him, trade for him and not? I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's not. He said your lip gloss is popping. Hey, yo, pause. RJ's too flat side compared to elite ballers. Still got that slit of fat right here, even though it looks like he's slimmed down a little bit. I don't know what was up with RJ. We lose a few games. So let's get to RJ Barrett, because I was going to get to Grimes. Let's get to RJ Barrett, man. My son yesterday did not look good whatsoever, so we're going to talk about it. Actually, you know what? Let me get to Grimes. F RJ Barrett for right now. Let me get to Grimes, man. Grimes has been saving this organization, especially during that win streak, doing a lot of things that Tom Thibodeau needs in his defense. Without Grimes, bro, I mean, we do 4 points, I think, worse with him defensively when he's off the court. But the reason why I say he saves his organization because of, look, the things that we want to do on defense, the things that, first of all, look at the draft picks we made. Every time you look at Grimes, what do you think of? Let me ask you guys this in the chat. When you think of Grimes, what comes to your mind? Like, what's the question that you ask yourself regarding all our draft picks? Let me see what you guys say in the chat before I move on. Because maybe that's my annoying brain. That's how I work. But every time I see your man, Quentin Grimes. And where the hell is my Quentin Grimes breakdown? What the freak? Why can't I find my Quentin Grimes? Shiza, not that. What's that y'all think of when y'all see Quentin Grimes, man? Or what do y'all ask yourselves about when you think of all the other draft picks? I'm gonna give y'all like 30 more seconds as I close out some stupid apps that'll open up. This is why I ask myself when I see Quentin Grimes and I see his impact on the floor. Let me see what you guys are saying. Anyone miss Obi? You're getting very close, man. You're as hot as you could possibly be. Mariah Slaughter. I love Mariah Slaughter, man. She is damn good, man. You're getting to defense, okay, part of that, but Mariah's the closest. Can he stay healthy? Grimes equals defense. I remember when Quickly was considered still the draft. I still think Quickly's good. But a lot of question marks. The reason why they said, oh, we think about trading him, they try to attach that first round pick to him to make it seem like, oh, he'd be hard to sell. But they're looking to move on from him if they could find a better option, maybe some more draft capital or some premium draft cap, which I think is going to be tough at this time. Grimes okay, but he's not Spider. No, that's not the question, man. Grimes to me is another AD. Fans hype him up, but he's not a starting shooting guard. No sweat picks would consider in the sense of Grimes. No. Said Frank Ntilikina. That's so corny. He's not Frank Ntilikina. So the question is, Mariah Slaughter was the closest. When I look at Grimes, man, I'm looking at what the hell is Obi? What the hell is Quickly? What have we been doing? He said, why aren't you 4 inches tall? That would be beautiful if he was freaking 6'8". But I look at Quentin Grimes and you have to ask the organization, what the hell have you guys been doing? That you don't have your first 2 draft picks of this regime outside of Quickly haven't truly been rotated. I mean, outside of some decent play here and there by Quickly, but you can't call any of those guys even rotational players. You can't even call those guys rotational players. Whatever curse is here for New York, bro, I don't know why we do this in New York. Our draft picks are puzzling, and I'm tired of people talking about we gotta tank. We don't have to tank. Just pick better at the spot you're at. Just freaking pick better at the spot you're at. And people try to make it seem like, oh, it's just that Walt Perrin picks better late in the drives. No, Obi Toppin shouldn't have been the pick. That was a mafia pick. Stop. Why we lie to ourselves, bro? We all know it's a mafia pick. And now they're embarrassed. Now I got to watch guys like Tyrese Maxey by the second year looking like an all-star. I got to watch Devin Vassell starting to come into his own with the Spurs. I got to watch freaking Halliburton out there giving out freaking, 43 assists in 3 games or some stupidness like that? Like, we do this crap to ourselves, dogs. And I like IQ. I don't want to kill IQ because IQ was a late pick in the draft. But you tell me, for what is talk about the Knicks were going to try to load up on Matt? No, they weren't. They weren't trying to load up on no damn Maxey. FIA. I'm tired of us and stop. Can we stop? Whether we content creators or writers, can we stop pushing around? Maybe because you like the regime, you like the front office. Stop pushing around these freaking lies to cover for this damn front office. Just because they put out there don't mean it's true. Show me some proof they were trying to move back up from Tyrese Maxey, please. And I'll stand corrected. I'll shut up. They're trying to save face right now because they know their draft picks in totality are underwhelming. They've done nothing to help out this team with the draft picks. They're all just focused on getting players over here via trades or free agency. And it ain't worked how they liked it outside of Brunson. Stop lying for these guys, bro. giving excuses for this freaking front office. The only guy I respect here is Brock Aller. Everybody else can eat one. Stop lying for these guys. They didn't try to trade back up to get Maxey, because there's in no universe, even with Maxey, there's concerns about his jump shot in college at UK. There's no way in hell Maxey is not better than freaking Obi Toppin. There's no way Maxey's not a better option, a better value than Obi Toppin coming out of college. There's no way in hell he's not. So don't sit and tell me about Obi and his. I don't give two F's. Obi possibly could have went out the freaking lottery. For all we know, I don't give it damn about Naismith played it. That means absolutely nothing. It means nothing. And I hate killing Obi Toppin. Every time I watch your man Grimes, I'm thinking, okay, if I had another defensive 3-and-D type of play, just that in itself, a Vassell opens up this, bro, improves his team immensely. As much as I like your man McBride, I could go out with a Vassell and have a proper 10-minute rotation. Guys' legs aren't dead. I could play R.J. Barrett 35 minutes a game. I could play freaking Grimes, even though Grimes I think is averaging like 25 a game, right? I could split the time. I could spell guys a little bit more. I'm not missing a step when if I have Vassell out there and he's providing me outside shooting and defense. But I don't have that. And I gotta wait how many years until Obi Toppin's 38 until he finally gets it? I don't mean to be mean on Obi Toppin. It's not his fault. But like, bro, like this I don't know, man. This is trash. So, yeah, when I look at Quentin Grimes, man, you look at the numbers. Again, it's not the sexiest of overall numbers, but you look at some defensive impact he's had this year. At one point, before the last two games, he was arguably the number one isolation defender in the league. And now I guess it's a very small margin, because literally when I first did this was maybe 2 games ago. I think it was after the first loss we had after the streak. He was in like the 98th percentile as an isolation defender. He was giving up like 11%. Now he's giving up 20%, or gave up 20%. But he was at one point he was giving up 11% field goal percentage isolation defender, all screen defender in the 89th percentile, pick and roll defense. It was a lot better a few games ago. But again, he's probably our best pick and roll defender, because it ain't RJ. Maybe McBride, but McBride probably just doesn't have the minutes. And Tatum just demolished Giannis. I did not see that. Was this yesterday? Tatum is fishing for MVP, by the way. He's going to be Tatum, SGA, John Morant. It's really going to be Tatum and John Morant, but because SGA is playing on a losing team, you're not going to get that. And freaking, Aaron Gordon with the dunk in the year, probably. But again, other stats too. When guarded by Quentin Grimes this year, Luka Doncic only 8 points. Devin Booker 8 points. Shot SGA 9 points. Trae Young. I know Trae Young didn't have DeJounte Murray, so it's tough to put on him like that. Even when he was guarding your man Donovan Mitchell, I know it's not great because it's still around 50%. Game it was 3 for 7, or you could argue 4 for 8. But he made Donovan Mitchell work. If you go watch that game, in the first half, Donovan Mitchell tried to play superhero ball. It was like he figured out quickly, okay, this kid is not, these shots ain't falling. This kid's not playing around. Then Donovan Mitchell had to truly get into his bag to kind of beat Quentin Grimes a few times to the basket. But Quentin Grimes did not make it sweet for your man, Donovan Mitchell. He allows Tom Thibodeau to run the defense, at least from the backcourt, to his maximum. Because again, R.J. Barrett without Quentin Grimes is probably having a monster, terrible year. Because them legs are dead, and they're still dead, but at least he alleviates them a little bit. At least it gives them a little bit of leeway on offense to eat. And you see R.J. Barrett being a little bit more aggressive to the basket. Guys dunking on people now, attacking the basket from high up top, trying to get the head of steam. Yeah, and I see it on defense. It's still not 100%, but imagine Quentin Grimes not being there. And I know people say, "Oh, because Quentin Grimes go," but Quentin Grimes complements that offense well. I don't need 4 guys in my starting lineup to have usage rates above 27%. It doesn't make sense. In what universe does that work? Tell me what team has that. I'll shut up. Tell me a team you have 4 guys with a usage rate in all 27% or above, and they have a winning record. They have a team that's actually winning and doing well. Again, it's about complementary play. It's not about, okay, can this guy go out there and dunk and cross you guys over? It's how well does he complement the team? We have a few guys in this team that have tunnel vision, especially R.J. Barrett. Like I said, Quentin Grimes could have been a savior yesterday. He should have been a savior against the freaking Bulls. Missed those 2 free throws. But I'm just tired of these drafts, bro. these drafts, bro. I'm not a draft expert by any stretch of imagination. I'm not a scout, but I could have had the Knicks in legit playoff contention with a strong young core if you gave me a chance to draft the guys that I wanted. And I'm not trying to say this to be better than anybody or say, but bro, this is upsetting. I'm watching Quincy Grimes, and every time I look at him, I'm like, who are the other guys on this team? Who the F are the other guys on this squad? I like IQ, but that's... Come on, man. You tell me Desmond Bane, a 4-year starter for Tom Thibodeau, for a guy who loves shooting and defense so much. You tell me Desmond Bane wasn't on the radar? At TCU? 4-year start at TCU, or play at TCU, never shot below 40%. He was not on the radar for this Knicks team? Killing Hayes kid, kind of quick is a very good defender. And I like Quickly. God know I like Quickly. It's not me issue on Quickly. And Quickly, again, I'm not judging him too much, but he's not a staple right now. He's not a linchpin in terms of like he's the type of guy like is a truly foundational player. I don't think just yet. He has to be more consistent. But now, I said the other rumor was Obi for Poku. Poku's a nut. Pause. Poku's a nut. Front office needs to be blown up at this point. It's not working, even though their contracts aren't up yet. Not answer to New York media. I don't care about you answering New York media. Just do a good job. I don't care if you don't talk to me. You can live in a black box for all I care about. I don't give a damn. Just make sure the team is good. I don't care. Now, stop it. The problem is Tibbs playing Sims out of position. They were playing great. If Kama Obi was in at the 4 with Sims at the 5 with the starters playing like that, Maxey was not better than Obi in college. I'm talking about bro. First of all, Obi Toppin, I don't care what none of y'all say, bro. He was not that good in college. I don't care about the accolades. You're talking about an older player, which I don't take into account. Of course, I'm talking about older player. I'm playing against in a conference. Is the MAC? Is the MAC? No. Is it the MAC conference? What conference does Dayton play in? Dayton conference. Is it a MAC? No, it's an A10. My bad. Let's stop. Obi's value was not better than Maxey's, bro. I don't care what no one says. And Obi Toppin was woefully overrated in college. Just because you put up the stats, I don't give a damn, bro. Don't mean much to me. And I had these same issues where I used to be on MBK all the time. And I told Sim, Sim, I don't want nothing to do with Obi Toppin. Nothing. Comes down to Dylan, the worst in New York. When Dylan's doing his job, he's not interfering. We have too many guards and too small. It's his versatility. We should have drafted Halliburton, but the CIA Illuminati wanted Obi Toppin. We need Obi at the 4, Sims at the 5 of the bench. Bench Ihart, he's soft. They just need some sage for his organization. Halliburton going to be all-star this year, probably. And by the way, please, Wally Zerbiak, let me help you out. Don't talk for us. First of all, you're not even really a Knicks, bro. You play for the Timberwolves, and you may be a Knicks fan at heart. That's not me. I shouldn't be trying to even talk about your fandom. Like whoever the hell you like, but just don't talk. Don't. Please. I understand Halliburton was talking trash on the Knicks, but the way you came at him is like dogs. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't want you getting burned out there like that, bro. Now they killing you out there. Yeah, freaking Matt Barnes. Talking about who's Wally's there. Let me say something. Matt Barnes, you shouldn't be talking about who's anybody, because you were a big nobody in basketball. You were an enforcer. At least Wally had a few years. I think Wally had an all-star, and I think Wally at least put up 15, 16 points. But both of y'all just stop. Y'all both embarrassing yourselves, please. I got respect for you, Matt Barnes, because you checked Derek Fisher for being a sleazebag. That's probably, to me, that's your best highlight. And I'm not trying to issue in your basketball career. I salute you. That's some real man-ish. But, yeah, don't do that. Because Wally at least had an all-star, was putting up 16, I want to say, for a few years. As a dead-eye shooter, couldn't defend. But let's both y'all guys just chill. Halliburton is a good player. He spoke too soon. What that's about, he's a fake all-star, because he doesn't even talk about being an all-star. You know what I'm saying? You could just refer and say, hey, look, he got all that trash talk on the Knicks, and this is what happened. And that would have been cool enough, and we move on. But you got killed. Don't do that. Tatum killed Bucks yesterday, playing out of his mind. Man, I almost threw my team when I heard Obi come up on draft night for real. Tatum made Giannis look like Randall's Xmas. SJ's not a number 1 option, a contender. Halliburton is better than Maxey. RJ looks like he needs physical therapy bad. Dribble Baku, salute my guy. Keith Turner says me too. Billy Goat, salute. All of our stars are mostly the same. Pick and roll defense relying upon the other defender defensive philosophy. Agreed to help defense. Like I said, you cannot You cannot be the broken cog in the wheel, bro. It will mess up everything. Everyone else can play perfect defense, and you better hope that sharpshooter misses if you're not in a proper rotational assignment at that time or in the proper spot on the floor. As Vassell, of course, hits a little stop and pop off the dribble. My son Vassell, but why would we draft Vassell? We don't need Devin Vassell. 21 points. We could have used that 40% on 3. Said to who you talking about? Who you talking about? He talking about Kaiser. Who you talking about, Kaiser? Who you talking about, Kaiser? I just want to know who you talking about. Who you talking about, Kaiser? Because my son Vassell scoring 19.4 points a game, 4 rebounds a game, 39.9% from 3, 44.8% from the field. You know what I'm saying? But why would we need Vassell? Why would we need Vassell? We don't need a 3-and-D player of his squad. Let me see what you guys say. Let me get back to this breakdown. Matt Barnes a champion. Dude, stop it. No, I'm saying, well, okay, he's a champion. What's your point? What's your point? His career was not spectacular in any regards. His career was not spectacular. Let's stop it, bro. Knicks will win all 3 games in Texas, and y'all be back on the bandwagon. I mean, who's off the band? Bro, well, maybe not talking to me because, pull right here, man. The 8-game winning streak was fine. I said they have to play 500 ball after. I don't care about streaks per se, like having these long-ass streaks of 8, 9, 10 games. How you play 500 basketball afterwards? The Raven misses like Ray Charles could have seen that was going to work, but the say Illuminati was saving the point guard position for Brunson and miss picking Hallie. Well, you could have still have Hallie here as an off guard. That's the craziest thing. You could still have Hallie here as an off guard. You can have a small backcourt because you're trying to get freaking Donovan Mitchell anyway. I'm not coming at you. I'm coming at the front office. If that's thinking they pulled their eggs in one basket, got burnt. The Donovan Mitchell stuff, bro. Yeah, and it's the dumbest thing. It makes no sense. If I could get Wembayama, I could be in line to get no. Sorry, I'm saying it the wrong way. I could be in line to get Jason Tatum next year. If I have a draft pick, I'm not trading it out to get more pick, whatever. I'm still picking elite players because then I could ship them off for more assets in the future. That's how I'm looking at everything. I'm looking at look. I'm trying to get a mix of OKC, and I'm trying to get it to where I'm stashing assets for the future, and I'm competitive now. And that's a very hard thing to do in the NBA. But if you can do it, you do it. I'm not gonna not draft a very good point guard if that's my best option just because Donovan Mitchell's coming. It makes no sense. He said yes is better than Maxi Stop It. Well, that's you guys. I never thought Obi Toppin was that good. Maybe that's me. And it's coming to bite us in the ass right now. Muhammad Musa, suit my guy, man. Muhammad Musa, man, salute, bro. Would Tibbs even play Maxi be drafted? I think not. I think that's wrong, bro. I think that's wrong. What did Halliburton say about the Knicks? Well, he was rubbing our faces the game last year. I think he was rubbing our faces like the T thing. He put the T GIF talking about like they said we should have picked him. We should have. He always said they want to go to 2 teams, Cavaliers and the Hawks. And I have a sickening feeling that the Knicks probably promised him something to, bro. Anyway, peace. The Knicks are burnt out point blank. Grimes will be as good as Bane by next season if he continues to get started minutes. Knicks can develop talent to save Elijah. Allen front has an IQ like you. I'm not that smart. I'm not that smart when it comes to basketball. I read books. I watch film. I look at certain stats. I try to stay away from all these advanced stats, the Raptors, LeBron's, or that BS. I'm not that smart. I see certain things. A guy can't move laterally. That's an issue on defense. He can't slide his feet. Because I played ball in high school. I didn't play no professional. I didn't play semi-pro. I can see a guy not sliding well. I can see a guy favoring. We played Pascal Siakam. We played the Raptors, right? How many times did Pascal pull up with his left and attack with his right? Basic basketball 101. Not that smart. And I don't try to act like I'm smart. I know people say, you try to use certain words and blah, man. Man, eat one. But anyway. I don't try to, man. This front office picked that because of mafia ties, bro. Ed Santana, still my guy. Obi Toppin's a fast break scorer, more athletic, fast. He don't got, bro, go read Obi Toppin's scouting reports, bro. He don't got functional athleticism. He does not have functional athleticism. You could be a high flyer all you want. You could be freaking Skywalker. You could be James Jones, James White all you want. It's cute. The OK could dunk. Beautiful. Good for you. Can you finish through traffic? Can you post up your man up down low, do a spin move to create space? Or get close to the basket? He does not have functional athleticism. That's it. Them bringing up Lucas Samanic kid to replace Lucas Samanic, bro. Y'all talking about a guy who throws poor effort. The guy got cut because he was a low effort player with Popovich. And these coaches talk as much as I think everyone hates Tom Thibodeau. These guys are all friends. It's a brotherhood. And maybe he was like, yo, maybe I don't even think Luka is here anymore. I think we cut him from the G League team. Halliburton averaging 21. I just looked at the stats. Maybe the stats I looked up on Basketball Reference maybe a day late or something like that, but I don't know. But anyway, still a great statistics. The fact that that the front office don't know that is a problem, so let's keep drafting Harlem Globetrotters then. Common sense is not common when it comes to basketball. How do we know what Obi has? Because I've seen it. He's how old? 20-something years old, bro. His body's not going to get any more twitchier anymore. It's not going to change, bro. Unless he makes a major concerted effort to break his hips. I don't know. Freaking do yoga, do dancing, ballerinas. I don't know, bro. Do that, what's your man's name? Do the Lomachenko workouts or something. So, but this week, again, I'm being into Grimes, bro. You look at what he's been doing, shutting down some of his team's best players, at least. Now, the last few games hasn't looked so pretty, per se, in terms of, like, when you look at it from a possession standpoint, one-on-one against some of these star players. But without him, we be getting mollywopped some of these games. And the fact that he's such a low usage player and provides so much value as a 3D player, like, bro, it makes it bro, he's carrying this organization right now. He's saving a lot of people's jobs right now. If we didn't have Quincy Grimes, if we had a replacement level, a true replacement level player, really didn't do much of anything. This organization, people looking at like, bro, you stuck with these draft. Like, what? First of all, what are we trading to get a certain player? We're gonna have to trade even more first round draft picks because our young players are not that good to begin with. Just saying, man. But let's move on to RJ Barrett, man. My son. Oh, RJ with a terrible game yesterday. What was it? 6 for 21. My son RJ Barrett was bugging, bro. 6 for 21 was it? Let me see. This is fourth quarter. He was 1 for 8, like I said. 6 for. Oh. He was. Yep, 6 for 21. 2 for 6 from 3, 10 rebounds. That's cute. 4 assists. Not a good day offensively for RJ Barrett. 1 for 8. I say he lost us that game yesterday. Simple as that. Another defense with Hartenstein and Randall definitely hurt us, but RJ Barrett lost that game yesterday. But is he truly back? Now I try to split and look at the defense, or look at the stats before and after that break. The Milwaukee game. This is when I was actually coming back from Boca Raton, Florida, and I missed basically most of the freaking game because my freaking flight, stupid ass flight. Anyway, stupid ass Delta, one of the worst freaking airlines. But I was just looking at his stats before and after that Milwaukee game. Now, some like I said, some people say, oh, he's snaking it around more to the guys on the outside and blah blah blah. And I will say this: early on in the season when he was trying to press and push, he was ignoring guys, but it doesn't show up in the stats per se. Maybe guys just hit more shots or whatnot. But you look again, passing over the drives, pass percentage off of drives, it's the same thing, 27.2%. Now you look at the thing that has improved to me that I'm truly looking at with RJ Barrett is one, the outside shooting. And I've said time and time again, your man is not going to be viable on his team until he becomes a capable outside shooter. He has to be able to punish teams from the outside. He has to. This offense is going to be predicated a lot of dribble, drive, penetration, kick out. And there's absolutely no way RJ Barrett is going to survive in this league unless he gets it out, unless he develops and sustains an outside shot. And you see it. Look at the 3-point percentage. He went from 28.1% over 5.5 attempts to 42.9% over 5.4. That's an excellent improvement. Now, granted, we did have that ridiculous run, but he did have the 44 points against the Bulls where he shot perfectly. And I don't know what it is. I just think that RJ Barrett has these slow starts he gets in his head because he's playing well during the freaking preseason. Then everything went away. And now he's so-called back. Look at the true shooting. Shot up about 8 percentage points. His finishing at the rim is not better, which is interesting because I thought it actually was markedly improved, and it's not. That's another thing too, man. Him attacking the rim. I think what I'm seeing from RJ Barrett when he's attacking him, I'm seeing better. I'm seeing slightly better, even though it's not showing up. Slightly better angles. You even saying that fourth quarter, he had some good takes, and he's just missing it. He's just missing it. Now, again, I ain't no trainer, but this summer, what I'd have RJ Barrett do, I would try. Well, no, he's working with someone else. Because I said I would try to have Kyrie Irving's godfather, Rod Strickland, come and work with RJ Barrett and teach him better angles, how to finish at every angle at the back, near the backboard, at and near the backboard, how to process it, let it become muscle memory. Because some of these shots are right there, bro. He had that one layup or attempt on Montrezl Harrell, and he got around him, but it just put too much gas on it. Put way too much. And why can't I find my freaking This is annoying. I have my notes. Why can't I find my notes? All right, here they are. When I look at RJ Barrett, thinking outside shooting has to improve. I will say one thing too, man. The post-up game has come alive. Now, this is a crazy stat, and I checked up the stat, NBA.com, Synergy, NBA.com takes from Synergy, but I think sometimes how they mark down certain stats are a little bit too stringent, which in some ways is good, but may undersell a player's improvements. So one thing I'll say with RJ is that, I'm sorry, I was just watching my son Vassell, but he missed a mid-range shot off the baseline. Bruh, when you look at his post-up success, the first 23 games this season, right, he had 10 post-up possessions, but he's had 12 in his last 13 games. Y'all want to know how badly he shot in his first 23 games. And I don't know how this is possible. I thought he did a lot better. But they're very stringent with how they call it. Out of those 10 possessions, y'all want to guess how badly how many of those shots he hit? I'll give you guys a few seconds. Let me see what you guys are saying. He had 10 possessions to start out the first 23 games of the season. How well do y'all think he did? Wasn't what we consider when he got drafted? Yes, he was. Lomachenko's pops had him do Russian dance. Yes. Dancing is, bro. What do you think they tell guys back in the day who did boxing? It's all about your feet. If you don't have rhythm to your game, bro, you're going to be a terrible boxer. You can't be stiff out there. You got to be moving. That's why some boxers, in terms of when they teaching you, when they're doing the condition, they don't even have you put on gloves. They just have you out there with footwork. When I said we should trade Rand for Jeremy Grant, it's shaking up. Let me see what you guys are saying. 19%. You wish. RJ never gets consistently efficient. As soon as my guy Spanish Harlem in the building. I love Maria Slaughter, man. That's a queen right now, man. Tamika Lou, you know what I'm saying? She's busy right now. Her man is, you know what I'm saying, man, making dinner and all that stuff. She don't love us no more. So Maria Slaughter, man, you're the new queen of Legion of Knicks, man. I appreciate you being here. Jamie Grant's a far more versatile player. So y'all not even guessing. So yeah, let me see. Frank the Freak, blah, 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 blah. Nope, you jump rope all day. Yes, you can. Yes, you can also jump rope all day for your conditioning. Excuse me, I said conditioning. Training. Conditioning is a part of training, but I didn't mean to say condition. I apologize. But some of these guys don't even have you out there. They just teach you footwork. But anyway, this guy was 1 for 10 on all post-up possessions his first 23 games. In his last 12 possessions over the last 13 games, he's 7 for 12. So again, RJ Barrett, you're seeing, you know what I'm saying, he had that nice post up on Harden. He had the post up on DeRozan in a Bulls game. And with RJ Barrett, it's all gonna come down to footwork. It's all gonna be coming down to how he leverages his body in the post. One thing I do think he needs to do is get a little bit lower. He doesn't, and this sounds crazy. Pause. This sounds terrible. He has to learn how to. He has to learn how to be able to work with leverage and feel the defender on his back. Pause. Because I was gonna say, but I know people are gonna say some craziness. I think with RJ Barrett, way too many times he's just so concerned with getting into the post versus actually setting up and feeling where my defender is and then taking a step and then trying to catch the defender off the misstep. Because the defender, typically a bad post-up defender is going to go with you. Or they're going to do like what Mitch Robinson does, where they're leaning on your back and their legs are literally behind their shoulders and they're wishing on a prayer. And all I have to do, okay, you're leaning on me. You're just leaning on me. If I do this, here's your body again. If you're just leaning on me, especially you have no leverage with your legs and you're just pushing everything, and this is me posting up my left hand, all I gotta do is just spin one way. You flip, not flip, but you fall to the floor. So I think with RJ Barrett, he has to feel where the defender is on his back paws and then be able to read that. Now he's done a better job of the touch, I think, with the jump shots, a lot better. But even in yesterday's game, I saw where he threw that long float in the first half, and it's like, dogs, RJ, you gotta be able to hit that little mid-range shot where you don't need a low load up. I think that's another thing too. He needs a low load up. So many times when he's trying to get that mid-range shot, he's scared to throw that. He's scared to shoot it from maybe up here in his chest where he can just pull it. I'm shooting my left. I'm not a lefty, but at least pull it from here. And it's not this low load up thing that he does typically when he's shooting off the dribble. He has a little bit of space to shoot, but you saw it a few times in the post where he was able to shoot, have that little high release, and that's what he needs to work on. He has to work on that. But I'm very impressed by the fact that he's going 7 for 12 in his last 13 games in terms of post-up possessions. And they need to be able to work that more because, again, if RJ Barrett can hit those post-up shots, they're going to be doubling RJ like they do Randall. And that, again, should open up the floor for guys like Grimes, guys like IQ to cut through the basket for the finish. Our offense should be about trying to create gravity, as much gravity as possible, and make it easier for everybody else to kick it out to the outside and blase. Right? Mid-range shots. I want more mid-range shots. If you look at his mid-range stats, the first 22 games, he's going 33%, 0.3 field goals attempted a game, 0.8 field goals 0.3 field goals made a game versus 0.8 field goals attempted. But then last 13 games, not that much improved. We've seen a little bit more, which goes to show you how much he has just not been using it. 3.3 field goals a game divided by 0.9 field goals attempted a game. That's still around 33%. Now, restricted area, he's done a little bit worse. I mean, it's around the same thing, 57.4% on 5.9 attempts, but it's been, you could call it better because it's more attempts, 6.7 attempts. In the last 13 games at 56.3%. You've seen RJ Barrett again, the floater, the touch. It's all about the touch. RJ Barrett, many times, he's palming the ball and then he's throwing it at the basket, aiming it. Bro, with the floater, it's supposed to be, you kind of flick it. Not even, I don't say flick it, but it's almost like you hold it in the, I don't say palm of your hand. But as you're driving, it's just a soft float. The ball, some people could do the whole thing on the fingertips because they just have that. RJ has a weird corkscrew kind of release from the fingertips, so it has to be you grabbing that ball and you just floating it up there. You just almost like you just how can I put it? You're just releasing the ball, in the air, versus you trying to flick it while you're there. Then it gets this extra spin and it's getting this weird. Nah, bro. A lot of times you get that nice little flick. It may hit off the top, the front of the rim, hit in the back, and go in because there's not much spin to it. It's not, once it hits the rim, it's not spinning around. It's not rotating off crazy off anything. He needs to learn that. And again, Drew Hanlon, man, I don't know what y'all doing, but your man RJ Barrett needs that ballet. I've been watching that for years. That corkscrew spin crap he has is not working, my guy. It's not working. It's not working, dogs. Nothing with RJ Barrett too. The corner, like I said, let me go back to his three-point shooting. Corner three-point shots markedly improved, especially the right side. Left side still struggling, but overall corner three-point shots have improved from 30.8% to 47.4% from the first 22 games of the season to the last 13 games he just played. The left corner three, he's struggling a lot from. He's still shooting around 30%, shot 30.8% for the first 22 games. Last 13 games, shooting around 33.3%. But the right corner three, he's been killing it. He has been killing it. For all the people that say, why you put him in the corner? Because the easiest three on the court. Tom Thibodeau knows what he's doing by putting these guys on the corner to get the three-point shots up. The guy's going from 30.8% from the right corner three in the first 22 games of the season to 53.8% from that right corner three the last 13 games. I think Tom Thibodeau knows what he's doing when he's putting these guys in the corner to hit the corner three-point shot. I think he knows what he's doing. Above the break threes improved from 26.3% to 41.2% the last 13 games versus the first 22 games. So to me, again, RJ Barrett's improvement has come largely from three-point shooting, the post-up games, letting the game come to him, And Quentin Grimes being out there to spell him to defend some of these top elite guys to give him some energy in his leg. But all this stuff about he's snaking around, but no, he's not. Stats still show the same. And it reared his ugly head yesterday. It reared his ugly head yesterday, bro. Could have hit shot. I said load up. Hey yo, yeah. Hey yo. All right, coach. I'm tried, y'all bugged me. I tried, bro. I tried, man. This y'all chat, y'all mad immature, man. Can y'all grow up? I'm trying to be an adult here. You guys don't want to grow. I called pause 30 billion times. I'm trying to. I knew you guys would say it was be a career high for me, bro. Oh wow. RJ might want to be one of those guys that play game shape, trying to figure out why it hasn't been on his body. I think he was depressed from that trade, but bruh, it's a business, my G. That's what I'm gonna say. RJ trash, golly. RJ this, but we're about to get to Tobias Harris, and we're gonna close out. Brunson and Randall goes, and you'll see a true RJ. I stand by that. We know RJ be a star so bad, and the French has been selling us that he's a star, just problematic all around. Just imagine if we did get Wembanyama by God's grace, we could have one of the longest, most versatile starting lines, but we too good to tank and take. I put money on it. I like Wembanyama. I don't know if he's going to be as good in generation as people make out. I think he can be. I still think like 70% of me says he's going to be a generational talent. I just think that with the joint issues that he's had in the past, shoulder injury last year, I just think there's a little bit crazy hype being put on him. But 70% of me says he's going to be a generational player. I love watching this guy play. He's an absolute piece as Malachi Brennan hits a three for the freaking Spurs. But I just think that people putting a little bit too much on. I think there's going to be some really good value in this draft. It's not going to be just Wembanyama, who I think is a beast. And Scoot, too, is a freaking absolute beast. But you got other guys, like I said, the Thompson twins. You got Brandon Miller. You got guys like freaking Cam Whitmore. Like I said, you got risers like Maxfield Lewis, who's rising up. You still got guys like Baba Miller, who's not playing because he got suspended by FSU. You got some players to look at, bro, in this draft. If the Knicks missing this draft, man, this front office should be fired. They have to be fired because they don't know what the hell they're doing. Walt Perrin need to go. I don't know why Walt Perrin may have left the Jazz per se, because it's a lateral move, right? Maybe he's CAA. I don't know what age he's with, but it's a lateral move. Maybe he's coming here because he wants to build something. But if your input is being stifled by mafia reasons, and the mafia is stupid, like I'm not even working for freaking Mike Madson's mafia, like they did in Donnie Brasco. I'm working for freaking these schmucks who about to all get their freaking heads blown out like Sonny Black or Sonny Red, whichever one it was in Donnie Brasco. Like dogs, like the Jazz organization feel like, yo, this guy's kind of getting old, man. He's not really, maybe that magic that he had in picking some of these players like the Goberts and Donovan Mitchell's kind of done. There's also to the Knicks. If he doesn't pick Donovan Mitchell, if the Knicks pick up Donovan Mitchell, who do the Jazz take? But you're still taking him. Oh yeah, I'm still taking number one. I'm not stupid. I still think he can be a beast. Don't get me wrong. He said injury history. I hate those joint issues. It's one of those situations where you be happy to take Wembanyama, but the back of your head be like, damn, did I have to get the number one pick? Please don't work for Gmo. You lost your pause pass years ago. What the? How did I lose my pause pass? I had to say pause because you guys I can't even talk basketball terms with you guys, bro. You guys be killing. Yo, man, you guys are sick, bro. Go down that scary. We got to get to Tobias Harris, man. Close out. Let me see. Now it's 95% of generational talent. I hope so. I just think that sometimes we hype it up, man. The last time that we saw a guy and they say, yo, this guy's a generational talent. And he was legit generational. It has to be LeBron James, right? 2003. It has to be LeBron James. I'm trying to think. Because Giannis wasn't said that. Embiid wasn't said that. So said front of us, Tibbs gotta go because they both have the drafting power and they're not doing anything right. Most of these bigs have a long injury history. Chet Holmgren was supposed to be a unicorn. But you know what's crazy? Yeah, Chet Holmgren to me and Coach Tobias all the time. Coach, remember we used to talk about, yo, bro, I used to be like, I don't know about Chet, man. The injury history scares me. And I mean, Coach was high on Chet, but he was also high on him being healthy. So it's not. I'm not trying to kill Coach. I get the Chet Holmgren hype if he's healthy. No, actually, no. I'm not the biggest fan of his hype. Even if he's healthy, I think he's gonna be a solid player. But even healthy, Paolo was the number one guy. And he's proven that he was the number one guy. Because I wasn't that big on Jabari Smith being the number one guy. Like, I think people overhyped him just because they felt like it was a 3-man draft. And Ivy kind of had some stinker games in that tournament run. There's never been a player above seven and before the 20 run. There's never been a player above 7'3" who's managed to stave off injuries. Yeah, that's tough. All right, we're gonna get to this Tobias Harris thing. That's a good point, Coach. I'm trying to think of one. That's a very good point. Joint issues. It's just tough. Damn, my camera's really. It makes me feel like I'm short. What the hell's wrong with my damn camera? Let's move on. So, according to reports, with your man Woj putting it out there in a timely fashion, right before the 76ers game, yo, these guys, man, they got Woj out there working for the Knicks now. Yeah, your man Woj basically putting out there during the Donovan Mitchell saga that it was essentially the Knicks. It was the Jazz who kind of effed it up. Look at my son Vassell putting it behind the back, little fadeaway jumper. Damn, he missed that. Come on, Vassell. That tastes like trash. You have it so that what was just talking about that Donovan Mitchell. I keep saying Donovan Mitchell. You man Tobias Harris as my. I gotta fix this damn. Why does OBS do this to me? I try to be so smooth with OBS and it always messes me up. Woke up this morning. You got yourself a gun. I'm trying to. Let me fix this thing real quick. This is going to be so ugly. Holy crap. Let me see if I can back up a little bit. No, I can't. All right. Well. That looked type doofy. Hold on, I'm trying to fix this guy. I want to read the article. Woke up this morning. You got yourself a gun. I'm trying to fix this damn thing so it could Alright, this is gonna look very ghetto, but what are we here, man? F all that. Alright, let me transition over to this article. So you got the freaking oh my gosh, look at how ghetto this looks, man. I had this thing perfectly lined up on the side that doesn't bother anybody, doesn't bother any of the article, and this is what they give me. Hold on, let me fix this thing, man. Golly, this is ugly looking. Woke up this morning. You got yourself a gun. What y'all know about that? What y'all know about that Sopranos, aka Nas, with got yourself a gun. Yo, I'm living in these times behind enemy lines, so wow, this looks terrible. All right, anyway, let me transition. This looks really bad. All right, but we're gonna read this article together. So show my ugly face. So the Knicks have talked internally about Tobias Harris, and of course I can't even read this thing. Hold up, let me try to read it from here. Tobias Harris, Knicks rumors, SB Nation. Yep. Oh, this no, not posting and toasting. All right, let's read this. So, Ken, follow me as I go through this article. So, reported yesterday by Woj that the Knicks have talked internally about Tobias Harris. Come out to find that Tom Thibodeau has called Tobias Harris underrated. In many ways, he would fit Tom Thibodeau maybe a little bit better than a Randall. Even though I think that for that contract, that ugly contract he has, he would be woefully overrated. But let's read this article. Obviously, shorter contract. Shorter maturity on a contract, is free agent in 2024, and some interesting names to consider in free agency for 2024. I'm trying to sit up. This camera's like too hot. Let me see. Yeah, all right, that's better. All right. So yeah, real quick, let's go through this article. Golly, I can't read for ish. It says Christmas came as whatever, blah blah blah. It was reported by ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski that James Harden seriously considered returning to Houston Rockets in free agency this July if he decides against a new deal with the 76ers, which sounds like some BS. It sounds like some real BS because allegedly the Rockets said They don't want to make that trade. And by the way, what a piece of ish. Unless there was an understanding by the front office, which is be dirty, which would probably be illegal, to say, hey, look, let's trade James Harden. Let's get some some talented young players in here. Restock this team talent-wise. And then try to bring it back later on. That'd be dirty, James Harden loves the strippers down in Houston, but I don't think that's the case because also I think Houston said they're not considered about bringing back, but that also could be to kind of make it seem as if they're not in on this plan, that there's something last minute that made them want to re-sign him and blah blah. I don't know, but bro, if I'm KPJ, bro, I'm like, yo, son, get me the. If I'm KPJ, well, KPJ probably be going anyway, but if I'm KPJ, if I'm Jalen Green, I'm like, I don't want to play with James Harden. This is my team. And they're trying to make Jalen Green a playmaker as well, too. So it's like, nah, you're not taking touch from me, boy. You wanted to leave. Let us build here. We got Tyree Eason. They still got Josh Christopher in the G League. Put up numbers in the G League. Makes no sense. So, to me, man, and we're not a playoff team anytime soon. Like, nah, bro. If you want to come back and do that stuff in Houston, you're always welcome. Come and, pay your homage to Jay Prince. Have him, extort. Joking. But now you're not taking over what we're doing over here. So just real quick, they said before and after, whatever Harden's averaging, how many points shooting 39% from distance in the month of December following long absence. But if the board has put a bit of a show lately, truly has a wandering ride. He probably won't let us know directly. He didn't last season, but in the wee hours, there's another bit of intel from SNY's Ian Bagley, who always has his finger on the pulse of things in New York Knicks country. According to Bagley, the Knicks have discussed trading for Sixers sharpshooting forward Tobias Harris. One thing worth noting on the trade front is the Knicks have at least talked internally about the idea of acquiring Tobias Harris via trade before the winning streak started. And obviously, Harris had a nice game against the Knicks on the Christmas Day. Tom Thibodeau spoke highly of him before the game. Just an eye to keep on. Let's play this.
Knicks falling to the Sixers here on Christmas Day at the Garden. Knicks and Sixers pretty much even through three quarters, but Philadelphia got it going from the perimeter, particularly in the fourth. The Knicks having some struggles with their perimeter defense. Georges Niang
get to the point
in the fourth quarter, and Philadelphia was able to slow New York down a bit, going to zone throughout the second half. Now the Knicks won 8 in a row. They've lost 3 straight, and I think as teams take stock of themselves at this point in the year, the Knicks are where most people would expect them to be, around 500. So I guess the question for the group is, do you make a big swing at the trade deadline to upgrade this roster and make a run at one of the top seeds in the East in the postseason, or do you stand pat, let the young core continue to develop, maybe get in the play-in, maybe get in one of the lower playoff seeds, and then see where you are this offseason. One thing worth noting on the trade front is the Knicks had at least talked internally about the idea of acquiring Tobias Harris via trade before their winning streak started, and obviously Harris having a nice game against the Knicks on Christmas Day. Tom Thibodeau spoke highly of him before the game, so that's just one name to keep an eye on, but there's plenty to keep an eye on in Philadelphia because ESPN reported before the game that James Harden would be considering Houston as a potential free agency destination if things don't go well with the Sixers this season. And I know going back to the offseason, people familiar with the dynamic between Joel Embiid and James Harden said, it wasn't where everybody wanted it to be coming off that last year in Philadelphia. And so it's interesting to see now the speculation around Harden and how that impacts the group in Philly. Those two, Embiid and Harden, their futures will be up in the air, will be much discussed throughout the season. And so that's something to keep an eye on for the Knicks, but also just specifically to Harris. I know that he does have some fans in the organization. He's making a lot of money. It would be a big trade to pull off salary-wise, but it's at least something that the Knicks had kicked around internally prior to this past winning streak.
Your man Ian Bagley, he was literally like one, yo, come ride with us in the car, man. We about to go over the blah blah and burn. He's one bad friend ride away from being a freaking straight up old mafioso gangster, bro. That guy's voice is like the perfect movie voice for a freaking budding mafioso. I mean, I all respect Ian Bagley. You know you're a good guy, but holy crap, that guy's voice, man. He just sounds like, he's a made man. my freaking what they call it? Anyway it goes, man. Your freaking word in your balls, man. I can't even do the freaking voice. That was a terrible Italian accent. But yeah, suit to Ian Begley for that. But you had your man Tom Thibodeau giving praise to Tobias Harris as well too. Why isn't this going over to the freaking other page? Yo, what the so you said Tom Thibodeau said that I always thought Tobias is one of the most underrated players in the league. According to Tom Thibodeau, again, a guy speaks very highly of your man Tobias Harris, and I think Tobias Harris is one of those guys where it's like, look, he's not a number 1, number 2 type of player. He's a number 3 player, but he got paid, right? He had the year. Didn't he have like the monster? No, I don't say monster. He had a really good year with the Magic. Was it the Magic he had a really good year with, or the Clippers? I think it was the Magic, right? Am I bugging out? Hold on. Let me see. What's the Magic he had a really good year with? Tobias Harris stats. He got drafted by the he got drafted by the Bucks. I take that back. Yeah, he had his years with Detroit. No, it was the Clippers. My bad. It was the Clippers. Damn, Tobias has been in the league forever. Golly, damn. Golly, this guy's been in the league forever. Golly. Sheesh. I didn't even realize that. Holy crap. What was he, 2011 draft? 9. 12. 14. 16. This was a 16-year vet? God damn. Yo, oh my gosh. I know he went to he's from LI, but golly, sheesh, I didn't even realize that. But anyway, back to this thing. To this article. So yeah, talking about them being I think there's a lot of other filler stuff in this article, but we have to look at Tobias Harris as a whole. Now, I know people talking about what would be his impact on the floor. He can space the floor out. He can defend at times. I wouldn't call him a lead defender by any stretch of imagination. I think he's a guy who'll give you consistent effort. I don't know how the New York thing will figure into his game per se. I don't think he's a guy. I don't think you're getting the Marbury feel where it's like, yo, if he came back to New York, he's a guy who'll kind of F it up. But I think the whole thing with him is that, I think that they would try to trade a Randall for Tobias Harris. Remember, the Sixers are trying to win now, right? Harden. Oh, crap. Hold up. I'm going to play this music. Turn up this music. Excuse me. Tobias Harris would present you with the opportunity to get out of a Randall contract. Again, you're paying, I think, what is it? 30. I have it written here. Where's the freaking there's one thing I hate about OBS. It just plays videos crazily. All right. He is an unrestricted free agent 2024. He's getting paid a lot of money. 39.3%, $39.3 million next year, 37.6 this year. But it allows you to get out the Randall contract and maybe outside of another contract. Now, with the 76ers want to load up on another contract if they're trying to get away from Tobias Harris, I mean, they need some talent around a guy like an Embiid. I wouldn't call Randall a defensive enforcer. They could use that on this team, but you give them another scoring option to go to between inside games. I watched a lot of games last year. It was like the Harden. There's a Harden. Well, no, there was a Harden. Maxey contributed a lot inside those 4 quarters, but there was some games down the stretch where Maxey wasn't hot. Shake Milton, Shake Milton was also out a lot last year, or a good number of games last year. But if it was like a lot of games, it was Harden and Embiid, and Harden fade away a lot of games they needed him. I'm sorry. I know everyone loves Harden, but he was that number 1 guy last year in many close games. And the offense basically fell to Embiid. If you have somebody to kind of carry the load, pause and allow Embiid to kind of control that late second half, maybe the first quarter, late fourth quarter. Does Randall help you achieve that? Is he the best option? Now, I don't know why the Sixers would do it per se, but if you could allow me to get Tobias Harris to get out of that Randall contract, I'm looking at 2024, and there's some names to consider. All those names I got down low, all unrestricted free agents, all guys with their bird rights. Obviously, you probably have to do some sign and trades so you get them paid. But you're talking about guys, like I said, Jaylen Brown. I would love to have Jaylen Brown here for the Knicks. Pascal Siakam. That's another guy I would love to have here for the Knicks over Randle. I know people may not like him. And again, I don't think he's a superstar. But you're talking about a guy who could give you both offense and defense from that 4 position. Some of that Randle, he gives you flashes of, but never consistently. I could build with a Siakam as my anchor in the front court. And a guy who could masquerade, he could play the 4. He would have protection here with Mitchell Robinson at the 5. Bro, he wouldn't be missing much of a step. And you're talking about an offense that you could do a lot of stuff. I was hoping to do Isaiah Hartenstein like Tom Thibodeau, Joakim Noah that you could do with Pascal Siakam. I'm just saying, I know people might kill me for this, but Pascal Siakam is another name considered DeMar DeRozan, obviously a mid-range demon. He probably might be going sooner than later with that Bulls team kind of in a state of flux. But Domantas Sabonis is another name to look at. Chris Middleton, obviously, but Jaylen Brown's a guy I truly, I think he's right on the verge. Now, granted, he has been working well with Jason Tatum these past 2 seasons, but remember, that was a long time coming between those two, because remember, guys were ready to trade one of the two just to try to get something of a cohesive offense where the ball wasn't stagnant. Because remember, many times last year, not just last year, even before that, there were complaints about the ball just going into this black hole when it gets into either hands of Tatum or Brown. But Jaylen Brown, bro, I think he's right on the cusp, bro. You tell me you give me an explosive guard/wingish type player who at times, I'm not saying he does it night out, but a guy who could probably take over some games if the offense was truly his. I'm just saying, man. If I gather this Randle contract, and I know people might say, "Oh, but we're selling too low with this," but it's not necessarily about selling low, because again, the league probably knows that Randle ain't that guy. So you're probably gonna have to sell Randle. Not for many, high value first round picks or a top premium player. It might be okay. This might be the case of where I got to take on a bad contract for lesser years to get out of this one contract I don't want for how many years, because I'm looking to try to upgrade by, again, 2025, 26 is when a lot of these guys, I want to say Brunson's contract comes off, Randall's contract comes up. I think RJ's a year later, I believe. Let me see, Knicks salary cap. Let me see. Basketball Reference should have it. Or Spock Track. I like basketball because they do it year by year. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, Julius Randle comes off in 2025-26. Brunson comes off in 25-26. RJ's comes off in 2026-27. But that 2024. What's saying we have 118. If you take out Randall's contract, well, you put what's Sam's contract here? No, 2024-25. It should come off. 2024-25. That's when you're looking at like all those names I just mentioned. So you probably even have a little bit lesser than where's my damn calculator? Can't even find it. Because in 2024-25, they're expected to be around 118 in the cap. They also haven't been taken into account the TV contract supposed to come, the new CBA. But I think the Knicks are trying to load up or be able to load up by then. If I get out of Randle, because everybody talks about selling high on Randle, that Randle ain't the guy. This win streak has been a fluke. Okay, would you guys be okay with giving up Tobias Harris for 2 ugly years, having a guy that possibly might fit into a Tom Thibodeau offense better than Randle? You probably have an offense that will move the ball around a little bit more. Have a guy who can play defense at your 3-4 position, and Harris be able to hit the outside shot. Wouldn't be as much of a head case as a Randle. You probably wouldn't have as much volatility in his performance night out. Would you have that for 2 more years and be able to go after Jaylen Brown? Now, this is where World Wide West comes into play. All that talk about World Wide West being valuable, I want it so that by next year, bro. Right now, because Jaylen Brown, remember, he came off he left Donda Sports, that mess of a situation, and he's with Russian sports management, or they at least represented him since for the last 3 years. Russian management. So if I'm the Knicks, World Wide West, I don't care about the whole, look, we gave him a second round pick, I think in 2025 for the whole Brunson thing, because it's like, look, we can't prove nothing, but we got to save face. All right, cool. I'll give him another second round pick to make sure that Jaylen Brown is here with the Knicks, to make sure Pascal Siakam, if that's a guy, is here with the Knicks. By 2024, I have it in some weird illegal way where it's like, if he doesn't sign with us, I could take out millions of dollars from his bank account or something like that. That sounds absolutely ridiculous, but this is where Worldwide West comes into play. Setting up those freaking long arms, those tentacles to reach out to these players and make sure we have a done deal by the time these guys are free agents. Unrestricted free agents. 2024 is the year to strike for the Knicks. And if I get out of that Randall contract, I'm sorry. I know it sounds crazy. We're in the 6th seed right now. The East is relatively tight. Are we getting to the Eastern Conference Finals this year with this team? And I'm going to have another show talking about the wings that we need to look at to trade for. Cheap guys, short contracts, per se. But right now, I'm trying to sell Randall. Now, I'm trying to get rid of him right now. And this, no offense to Randall, but I got to sell high on these guys, bro. We've seen this time and time again. This team is nowhere near the finish line. Is nowhere near the finished product at all. And I can get myself up at 2024 free. I keep saying draft, 2024 draft. 2024 free agency, bro. I'm pulling the trigger. Tobias Harris, I'm not the biggest fan of Tobias Harris's game, but I'm not looking for Tobias Harris to be a savior in this team, bro. Let me see what you guys are saying before I get back to this. That Harris, yeah, it's ugly. Whoa. Okay, oh, good. Okay, I thought somebody blocked Maria Slaughter. Thank you, Maria Slaughter, for taking care of that. It was a drive by the Bucks, balled for the Magic, then chilled off, then traded to the Pistons, then balled out for the Clippers. Yeah, thank you, Ken Goria. Salute. Tobias in a second-round pick for Fournier and Rose. I'm not trying to have Tobias here with Randall. I'm trying to get off that Randall contract. I want to get off that Randall contract. Tobias Harris come off the bench would be solid. He'd be solid. He'd be very solid. But I'm looking at this trying to get rid of Randall. I'm trying to get rid of Randall. I'm going to sign my unrestricted free agent and Jaylen Brown, Pascal, and I'm trying to maybe trade for that third guy. And that should be my, okay, this is the final frontier type of team, or we're getting closer to it. Knicks got to make moves, man. That CBA is coming up, man. Guys looking to get pizzade. Trying to get some of these guys, I won't say on the cheaper, but set up things before it all explodes. Pause. It says, and what about Obi? Obi's gone. Knicks might be trying to dump salary, though. Oh, well, but here's the thing. If I can't dump salary now, I'm going to make sure it's going for the nearer future. I'm going to make sure it's going for the near future. If I could get rid of 37, 39 million, whatever, on Tobias Harris's contract, or 37 million, because I think it's a margin between 5 million, right, that you have to meet. If I could get that, bro, by 2024, he said, Gmo, stop talking junk right now. All right, man. I'm just saying Tobias Harris is 30. I'm just saying Siakam and Randall, not that. No, stop. No, we're not going to do that. Siakam is not the same as Randall. Don't even try yourself. Please. Thank you, Kaiser. Do not say that about Siakam, please. You guys is bugging. Do not say that. Hell no. Siakam will come in here and love being a defensive key to this team, bro. Stop. Night in, night out, he would do that. Stop. You trade Randall, I bet he becomes an all-star. Okay, let him become an all-star someplace else. I don't give a damn. Because he's not being an all-star here. It's like the girl who wants to now lose weight when she's with another man. But you weren't trying to lose weight with me. So it don't matter. I was never going to reap the benefits of you not being a sloppy jalopy. And I don't mean no disrespect to anybody with issues, but he said we have to cut RJ. Oh, Keanu Brion, cut RJ. Brion, I can say Keanu Brion. Keanu Bryan says cut RJ. Celtics aren't going to let JB's contract expire without extension. He's a free agent in 2 years. Okay, you see what's up. We'll see. We'll see. They have no power to re-sign him. He could do whatever the hell he wants. Now, the only thing it may hurt him if they're like, yeah, I want to do sign and trade. But obviously, we do sign and trade, they're probably getting some assets back anyway. Or not probably. They're going to get assets back anyway if we try to do sign and trade. So it's not as if they're totally doing JB. Oh, my son, Vassell's hitting mid-range shots at the dribble. Oh, this is depressing, man. This is very depressing. Why don't we draft Devin Vassell? Ours going to make more than Brown next season, selling the fan base for 2 more mid-years. Doubt it. Well, okay, you want to sell them on 2 more mid-years now? We elite with Randall? What are we doing with Randall that's so elite? You tell me. I'll wait. I'm planning for the future, bro. And for the near future, I'm still trying to kill my 2023 draft, bro. Game tomorrow's on NBA TV. Why not MSG? Because it's freaking the Dallas Mavericks. I think it's in Texas too. Knicks Nation 112. Salute my guy, Bricks Nation. I would trade Randall, Fournier, Rose, iHeart, and RJ if I can, and tank all the way. I don't need a first round and the 17th pick. Is that premium cable, not optimum basic? So yeah, guys, that's most of what I have for the weekly, man. I appreciate you guys being here. But yeah, I'm trying to move off from Randall. And after I considered Tobias Harris, again, I'm looking at the money wise. And somebody had a cool 3-team trade online. I'm trying to find it right now, if I can. Someone said, this is on Reddit. Someone said, not Reddit, excuse me, basketballrealgm.com. In the comment section, someone said a 3-team trade between the Rockets, Knicks, and the 76ers. The Rockets, let me put this over, sorry. The 76ers get Julius Randle, Eric Gordon, Garrison Matthews. The Knicks get Tobias Harris and Matisse Thybulle. That would be interesting to have Matisse Thybulle here. You possibly could have a freaking 11-man rotation because there's no way Tom Thibodeau's not, well, he's probably not going to play McBride. I don't know. But there's no way you're not going to use Matisse Thybulle in the Tom Thibodeau system. You would, Tom Thibodeau would freaking be touching his nipples, paws, if you got Matisse Thybulle. I keep saying Matisse Thybulle over here as a defensive wing, even though he can't shoot. And then the next part of the trade is the Rockets get Evan Fournier and Jaden Springer. The only thing that doesn't make sense about that, you're giving the Rockets a lot of years with kind of like an older player. I think they're trying to go to youth movement. They're not trying to win now, so I don't know if that's going to work. Jaden Springer, obviously a young player from Tennessee, guard play alongside Keon Johnson, may entice them, but you're talking about you have to give the Rockets some assets to take on the Evan Fournier contract, and I'm not trying to give up a first to get rid of Randall. Does that come from the 76ers? Their first probably doesn't mean jack-ish this year. So would they be down to do that? We give up a protected first future years or something like that? I don't know. But Evan Fournier be a hard sell to the Rockets if you don't put assets in that trade to entice them to take it. So how much for that hat? Oh, I had this hat. Benson's. This hat is from H&M years ago. So that list of players. So the list of Knicks players that can go are a bunch of them. Look, a lot of them. Who do you want? Evan Fournier, Derrick Rose. Tips had another players not listening. Everybody except for JB is still on the trading block. He said I would trade Randall for Mikal. You think the Suns would give him Mikal Bridges? Are you out of your mind? You really think the Suns would give up Mikal Bridges, probably the best wing defender in the league, a knockdown 3-point shooter, has a little bit in his bag in the mid-range shot off the dribble? You really think they're going to give him up for Randall? Really? Let's be realistic. Please. I think Dallas would be a good fit for Fournier. He could be in terms of 3-point shooting, but how much they need, because your man, they're mad at this guy for being so inconsistent. Tim Hardaway Jr. He's been annoying for them. Tips coaching for his job. That's still in conflict with our future. So the list, right there, how much for that hat. But yeah, that's most of what I had today, man. I'm going to try to have another one. Again, we have some games this week. So we have a game tomorrow. We have a game Thursday, Wednesday. I want to talk about some of this draft stuff, man. You got guys like Maxwell, like I said, I keep saying Maxwell, like freaking Jason Maxwell. Maxwell Lewis from Pepperdine's been came out with pause, but people come out. People talk about. I had no idea people talking about Maxwell Lewis. I was doing my own homework in my own lane. My guy Nick hit me up and said, "Oh, Sam Vecini, I have not seen Game Theory. I have not listened to a Game Theory podcast in months. Have not touched it in months, so I don't know where that came from. I found damn Maxwell Lewis. I'm joking, but definitely look out for Maxwell Lewis because I'm going to this draft. I need wings. I need some wings in this draft. I could take a backup point guard. You got guys like Eric Gaines. Got some players, bro. You got some players, man. You got Eric Gaines to Quavion Smith in terms of maybe at late first round talented guards in the late first round. But I'm looking at some bigs as well too. Like I said, Baba Miller, that's supposed to go to FSU, come from Real Madrid. But guys like Maxwell Lewis, guys like freaking Taylor Hendricks coming from UCF. I'm looking long and hard at some of these wings in this draft. And I'm looking at a development path too. Like I said, this team needs to hire some specialists, some former players who could work as developmental coaches for this team. This has to be much more of a nurturing nature. I know Tom Thibodeau has a system and he has the early group and whatnot, but this has to be a system-wide effort to truly bring in talented players that may not fit the mold, but that you can truly develop, that have a base to work with. And I think that we're doing a disservice by doing that because, look, Walt Perrin, they maybe depend on Walt Perrin. We're going to maybe get a late pick and they hoping that Walt Perrin does some magic again, but I'm not depending on magic. I'm depending on fundamental scouting. I'm looking at assessments of players, proper assessments of players, looking at their ceilings. What can I do if I bring this guy in? Do we have the system? Do we have the culture to actually improve this guy to get him to a ceiling? Does he, and if he fits the mold, does he have the talent to ascend to it? I'm not talking about the flashes like Obi Toppin. I'm talking about legit talent. That if I put a Sam Cassell next to him, he can become my Tyrese Maxey. That's what the 76ers did with Tyrese Maxey. Put Sam Cassell around him. A guy who's had worked with SGA, worked with John Wall, had a track record. And obviously, as a player, won a championship with the Rockets, was one of the better point guards of the 90s to the 2000s. I'm getting those guys to bring here and help develop these guys, bro. It doesn't make any sense why I have to watch RJ Barrett pull the same freaking stiff mid-range moves year in, year out. And I can't bring in a freaking Rod Strickland type to come in here and teach him and teach everybody better dribbles. I can't bring in a freaking Andre Miller type. I know he's with Denver Nuggets to teach these guys how to post up and facilitate how to post up. It makes absolutely no sense. So we'll see. Let me see you guys the same before we head out of here. Suits everybody, man, for this weekly, man. I appreciate you guys being here. Spanish Harlem. There's a lot I want to talk about. You know what they have to do? I have to shape. I have to stop. Maybe do 1 or 2 topics. Because I try to cover a lot of stuff, especially if I miss weeklies, which I did. He said, yo, Gmo, you look up mid. That's true, but you look up the picture of hyper mid in the dictionary, you're going to find Randall. So RJ is God Dad Steve Nash. And Steve Nash is a free agent right now. He'd be all around here in Brooklyn Heights. I don't know if he's still going to be in Brooklyn Heights because he's no longer with the Nets, but I'm pretty sure he lives in a nice place. If I see him again, I'll be like, hey, Mr. Nash, would you come over to the Knicks and teach RJ Barrett? Would you come over as a developer? You know what I mean? Because you weren't really supposed to be a coach. You probably should have worked your way up, but you try to ride the quick train to NBA coaching ascension, and it burned in your face. So would you mind coming to the Knicks? Would you? Is that out of the realm of no? You want to do TikTok dances? All right, okay, no problem. All right, let me say Hardaway ain't his daddy. Hell no. What? Hardaway's dad had the boom bap. What? What you smoking, man? He had Hardaway. Old senior. I hate him on the Heat. He was injured. Came out. He was injured. He was his true self on the Heat, but he had that boom bap with the what? Y'all don't know what a crossover is, man. Let me chill. Y'all too young for that. Nash will tell you, godson can't shoot. It is a stiff mid-range shot. RJ's my son. Look, RJ's always gonna be my son, but I gotta be honest. I got to be honest, man. I gotta be honest. But I appreciate you guys being here. Peace to God. But I like Utah. Even though it keeps getting dunked, I like Utah as a backup wing. I like Utah Watanabe. Got killed by Anthony Edwards last year. But I like him. He is a solid player. He's your prototypical backup rotational type wing. But guys, I appreciate you guys being here. Peace to God bless. I'll see you guys here tomorrow for the Mavericks game out in Texas. Peace to God bless. And on that note, hit that rock.